Okay. I'm recording, just getting that set up. All right, you guys. For those of you who are here, I'm going to do a little experiment and see if you can hear my glasses through the microphone. All right.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So hang on a second. Well, let me get them booted up. Tell me. Okay, I'm going to do. Hey, Meta, what time is it?
It's 4:19 p.m.
I can hear you.
Did you guys hear
Yeah.
Did you hear the response?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Good. Hey, Meta, what am I looking at?
You're looking at a desk setup with a couple of screens and a keyboard. On the left, there's a ViewSonic monitor showing a Word document. I can see menu options like Home, Insert, Draw,
Hey, Meta,
Design.
stop. Okay. Did you guys hear that? All right.
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
I did.
Good. So that's cool. Now you can hear what my glasses are doing. That's kind of cool. I got my AirPods connected to my iPad.
Hello?
And Hello. Hi, Marcus.
Hello, it's Marcus and Company. I have Miss Taylor and I have Miss Geyer online with me.
Great.
Miss Taylor,
Hey,
Miss
Meta,
Geyer.
stop. Great.
Hi.
Great. Hi.
Hello, Marcus.
Hello, Cully. How are you? I don't mean to talk over. I just want to make sure my guests are still with me. Miss Geyer, are you there? Are you there? Miss Geyer? Okay. Ira?
I'm here.
Okay.
All right. I'm just letting people in. So hang in there with me, folks.
Let me ask you before you start. This is Johnny. Um, how do you connect your glasses to the Zoom meeting? I'm wondering. I'm totally blind, so.
All right. So what I did is my AirPods that I have
Uh-huh.
in my ears are what's connected to the Zoom meeting on my iPad. And then I have my glasses that are on my face and they're connected to my phone. And that way, the audio from my glasses is going through into my AirPods so that you can hear her responses too. Because it used to be
Oh,
like I could tell you what she was saying, but you really couldn't hear it. You know what I mean? Because they're so soundproof. So the only way I was able to get around this, and one of my clients showed me this, was to wear my AirPods while I'm doing the meeting with somebody, and then also wear the glasses, but they're connected to the phone. So that's how you're able to hear her responses to my questions.
okay. Wow, that's simple. I was
Yeah.
wondering.
Isn't that crazy? Now I have seen some other people like they'll put a microphone right by their glasses and if they're doing a presentation so people can hear it. But I think this is good. This is going to work so that this way, if I may not wear the glasses the whole time during the meeting because every time I say the magic words, she's going to
Mm-hmm.
respond somehow. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah,
want that.
I
So
usually say, "Hey, M."
yeah. Hey S, hey A. Between Siri, Alexa, and Meta, I sometimes don't know who I'm talking to.
Yes, that happened to everybody.
And then there's the
I use the talk back on my phone. I have Bixby. Then I had
good.
this one and I had this one. Sometimes I put on my glasses and I put it to charge. And I
Yeah,
totally forgot that I don't have it on. And I just say, hey, boop.
yeah,
Oh my God, I'm crazy. People watching me, they're going to think that I'm crazy.
that's wild. John, how did you hear about this meeting? Do we know it?
Uh,
Yeah,
no, maybe this is my first time. My friend,
yeah.
Frank Glick.
Oh, yeah. Good. That's fantastic.
Yes,
Eye to
she,
eye. Oh, so no wonder you're a New Yorker. That's how, because Fran and I, okay, now it's all coming together. Highland
yes.
Park. Okay, yeah, no,
Yeah.
she's told me about you. That's great.
Oh,
All right.
great. I don't know if I have to subscribe with you.
No.
Oh,
We
okay.
just every once in a while I do a Zoom. I have a YouTube channel, Jamie
Mm-hmm.
Lee Marks Realize. So you can definitely go check that out
Okay,
if that's
that
some
sounds
videos.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a lot of technology stuff up there. Well, welcome.
I
We got
I
out of state.
yeah, I also run a meeting on on the umbrella or I do I we call VIP Tech Talk.
Good.
And
Yeah, she
we
told me.
Yeah, we do a lot of presentation once a month. We meet up and all this stuff.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, let's see who else is in the room.
Jamie, Matt Moran is here.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Welcome, Matt.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, and we're gonna have a nice group today. We're gonna get a lot of cool stuff to talk about.
Great.
I'm gonna give, let's see. Hey, Meta, what time is it?
It's 4:23 p.m.
All right, we're still good, guys. So, I mean, like I said, the start time for this is 4:30, but I told everyone I'd open up around 4:15 just because I knew it's going to be, a lot of people coming on and some folks are piggybacking. Marcus, are you still with me? Well, I hope it was Marcus.
Join the meeting.
Tommy Stutz, are you in the meeting? Tommy Stutz? Marcus Loman? Okay.
Marilyn has left the meeting.
Hey, Jamie.
Yes.
Frank Sr. here. How are you?
Frank Sr.
Oh,
Wow.
man. I finally got to meet the infamous one.
Stop.
Yes. Well, thanks for the invite, first of all.
You're welcome. Frank, Johnny, are you still there too?
Yes, I am.
Johnny, you and Frank need to get together and go bowling because Frank's a New Yorker too. He's still, you are some of my two New Yorkers. Frank is in this, where are you, Astoria, Frank? In the city?
No, I'm in the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
In
And Johnny, where are you originally from?
I grew up in Long Beach.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I live in Island Park.
Island Park, right, that's right.
Yeah.
And he has a tech shop too, and Frank is a singer, because you can tell by his fabulous voice.
That old voice.
Yeah, he got the voice. He's the voice. All right, so let me see.
Hey, Jamie, it's Mary Ann.
Hello,
Oh,
are
good,
you enjoying the
Mary Ann.
meeting?
All right, Mary Ann, hang on.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay,
All right, guys,
Y'all
sit
go
tight for
ahead.
me while I try to lead everybody in.
All right, go ahead, because it's almost 4:30.
This is Charlene.
Okay.
Hi, Charlene. Wow, we got a lot of people.
Hello, this is Les.
Stephanie Clark.
Les. Oh, good. Everyone chat. I'm going to.
Here we call 901341338.
Call in +1 901 133. Jones iPhone.
I need to let him in.
Jamie,
Yeah.
this is Matt. Just have a question.
Hello, Tommy, are y'all coming in on a minute?
Coley, mute yourself, honey, for a little bit, okay?
Okay, all right.
Hold on.
Jamie, this is Matt. I just have a question. Are you controlling the size of the text of the people's names popping up? Because it's nice and large on my monitor and I can read it well. I was just wondering if you set that or if I've got that set.
No. I don't know how that. Maybe somebody set that up so it's like that. That's great though. Good to know. I tend to use Zoom. Let me find me. Sorry. Marianne, I gotta find you.
Get the regular price and get the shopping dozen for 89 cents.
Okay.
May I ask, please, folks that are coming in, we're still getting kind of accustomed to. So if you're in a quiet environment, feel free to keep yourself unmuted. But if you've got background noise or you're chatting with somebody, please mute yourself. I did not put mute on all because there are some people who have a hard time unmuting, so I didn't do that. So as a courtesy, though, if you're on a phone, it's star what 6?
6.
Yeah, star 6. And if you're on Zoom, then you've got a microphone icon that you can just, touch. If you're on the computer, the key command is Alt-A. Alt-A for audio, Alt-V for video. And that way we can just make sure that, because some of us ain't hearing the way we used to either. Crazy, huh? All right, we're getting there, guys. Hang in there.
Hi, Jamie.
Who's that, Sharon?
Stephanie.
Stephanie, okay, good. All right, Fran's coming in. Let me see. Frank Senior's here. I hope my mom can get on. We are. I can't.
Let me ask you, Jamie, on the email that you sent to Fran, your information is there, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
perfect.
yeah,
I'm
on
gonna
the
follow you in there.
for sure. Yeah, and I will. I have notes too. I made like a handout in a Word document or an email, and so you don't feel like you have to sit there and take copious notes. And it's not going to be like a lot of things that you have to memorize. There's just so many exciting, cool things that are going on, and I'm very excited to
Oh,
share.
that's perfect.
Yes. All right.
Joan and Josh.
Oh my goodness! Look at you guys. All right, good.
We're here. And
Joan. Oh my goodness. All right. We are rocking, guys. Hang in there. I'm just letting people in. We may break our record. Last time we got together, for those of you who were with me last time, which was a while back, we had 52 and that doesn't count the people who were piggybacking, like with Marcus and Debbie and stuff. So we may surpass that. And that just kind of goes to show you what a hot topic this is, And we are coast to coast, people. We've got Georgia covered. We got Florida. We got New York representing.
That's right.
That's right. We got a bunch of Long Islanders. All right.
That's great. Hey, Jamie.
Who's that?
Marty.
Hi, Marty. Keep it coming.
And Jamie, where are you located specifically?
I'm in Marietta, Georgia. Georgia. I'm originally from Brooklyn, so I always say I'm from Brooklyn, but I live in Marietta, Georgia. Because once you're from Brooklyn, you can't be from any place else, really. I lived in Long Island for a while too. Joan Lee, there's a fellow here, Johnny from Island Park.
That is correct.
Joan Lee's on with my son. Hang in there. Here we go. Marianne, are you on?
Yes, I'm right here.
All right, and I gotta find you. I think I'm gonna switch my hosting duties over to you.
Okay.
Once I find you. Are you on by phone?
No, I'm here.
All right. Is your name here?
I can see you.
I know.
Mary
I need to see your
Boger.
list.
I'm Mary Boger, so it's how I'm listed.
Yeah. Okay. I'll keep looking. Hold on. Let me let these other people in. Every time I go look for you, I have more people to listen. Well, I think I got it though. Hang on. All right. We're populating. We have surpassed the Brady Bunch model here, guys. You remember the Brady Bunch when they used to when you watch that show and they'd all be in the boxes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mary Boger.
You see me? There we go.
I do. Stop. Make host. Confirm. See if that works for you.
Okay, I can see two people entered the waiting room.
Great.
I don't know if I let them in or not. Okay.
Yeah, let them in.
Yeah, I can let them in. Yeah, I can do it.
All right, Mary.
All right, we're good.
Host. That's awesome. And I have a few people. That's why I wanted you to do this, because I do have a few people who will be coming late because they're transitioning from work at 4:30 time period is kind of in the middle. And then I just put my Meta glasses back on. So I'm going to say, hey, Meta, what time is it?
It's 4:31 p.m.
All right. Were you guys able to hear that response?
Now it sounds a little lower.
Very low right there.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. I'll raise up the font. Oh, yeah. Hey, Meta, what's the JAWS command to increase the volume?
Yeah, in JAWS, it's insert page up to raise the volume and insert page down to lower it.
How's that better, guys?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Much better.
All right. All right. Hey, Meta, what time is it?
It's 4:32 p.m.
All right, we're going to get started because it's 4:32 p.m. So here is, first of all, welcome everybody. And just for some housekeeping, for those of you who are on a device, we went through this before. If you're in a very quiet environment and you don't want to mute yourself, that's totally fine. But if there's some static in the background or some noise, please do mute yourself when you're not speaking. So that is Alt-A on the keyboard, or the little microphone on the desk on your device, or if you're on the phone, it's *6. And what I'm planning to do today is to kind of go over some of the basics and then also talk about all the new stuff that's happening.
I got it right.
Okay. So I'm going to give you guys a chance to get yourself muted, and just so everyone can hear me okay. And
Where do you want me to go? Well,
Is it muted?
yes.
nope, not muted, Franny.
This is Frank.
No,
Hi,
you didn't.
Frank. This is Frank.
Yeah,
That's
I can hear that.
mute button. Yeah.
Person.
Well, no, one more. No, to the right.
It's a little
To the left.
microphone.
Yeah.
You got it? All right. So talk about the new things that are happening, the new styles and the new pricing, which is very exciting. And then we are going to talk about some of the really awesome things to do with the low vision aspect. And then finally, I do want to talk about troubleshooting too, which is like what happens when things go wrong or don't work. Because we've all had that experience where all of a sudden it's not working. So
You muted now.
nope, still there.
We still can hear you, Frank.
Oh, you still could hear me.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Which is totally fine. Just know that you're not muted. So just make sure your environment is quiet. Don't worry about it too much. All right. All right. First of all, what are the Meta glasses? Right? We all have heard about them. Some of us have them already. We're using them. Basically, think about these smart glasses. This new wearable technology. And wearable technology is very exciting because that means our hands are free. And when you've got low vision and you have one hand on a cane or a dog or your phone or a drink, it's super good to be able to be hands-free. All right. I still hear a little reverb. I'm having a really hard time. Let's see who that could be. Fran, are you muted now? Oh, okay, I think so now. Okay. Everybody is good? Can they hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So the wearable technology has been around for a bit, and there is competition too. The Meta glasses first came out with Generation 1, and it was very appealing to just masses because they could take pictures, they could, play their music, they could is really for Facebook and Instagram. But the low vision community was like, whoa, look what these things can do for us. Now, all of a sudden, we've got access to being able to have it read things for us, like print, and then not only just read things, but actually pick out text specifically. And I think that's really cool because we have apps where you're able to say, read this to me, and it reads the whole thing. But sometimes you don't want to hear the whole thing, And I'll give you an example right here. Here's a business card. It happens to be mine. And it says my credentials. And if I say, hey, Meta, read this to me.
A person is holding a business card in a bedroom. On the card, it says, Realize Rehabilitation and Education.
Hey, Meta, just read me the telephone number. Hey, Meta, read the telephone number.
The telephone number on that card is 680-9080.
Yep, almost. Try it again.
Got it. I'll read that again. The phone number on the card is 6809080.
It cut off part of it. It might have been the way I was holding it. But so you get the point of it though. So, and that's good because it made a mistake. So that you see it's not perfect. So so that's the thing about technology. All right, Meta, stop.
Yeah, I get what you mean. It sounds like part of the text got cut off or was hard to read because of how you were.
I was holding it incorrectly. My bad. Hey, Meta, cancel. So the point of the matter is that you can use that to read very specific text. I've been in situations where I've gone to a restaurant and I've just asked it to tell me what are my burger choices, or tell me that's got fish in it, or which items are under $15. So that's a really big thing for those of us who have relied on other people for such a long time to read the menus and read bills. one of my favorite things that I did when I first got them was I got this Medicare handbook. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Medicare handbook. It's like the size of a telephone book. And on the table of contents, I was able to say, what page do I go to find out about my prescription plan? You know? So it's very efficient like that. The other thing that I think is super cool is the live AI mode. Have you guys been using that at all? Yes, no, yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's super great because it's continuous. You don't have to keep saying, hey, hey, hey. You can just start live AI, and then you can move through your space and ask questions. What spice am I holding? What's the ingredients on this one? What's the directions for this? What color is this? Additionally to print, it also has amazing room and environmental description abilities. And you can enhance them even more through the app by going into detailed response and enabling that. And that gives you really, really robust descriptions, down to colors, patterns, things. I experienced myself going to a store and holding up a shirt and having it being described and then asking the AI to help me find a corresponding or a matching bottom, and they were able to do it. So it's not just, your basic color ID, which is what we've been used to. You can really get some very specific information. The new thing that came out recently, which I think is a super game changer, is called Conversation Focus. This is still kind of in beta mode, and so it's not available for everybody. If you are one of those early subscribers to try things out, but Conversation Focus takes the sound or the microphones and moves it a little bit forward so that what you are hearing is what the person in front of you is saying. So think about those noisy environments like a food court in a mall or a party or even a dinner party when there's a lot of background noise to the side and behind you. When you tell M, turn on Conversation Focus, the person that you're looking at or have face to face with, that's where the energy of the microphone is going to go to. So if I'm standing in a group of 4 people and I'm talking to one person and the person to my left starts to speak, I'll just turn my head to that way. And now I can hear that person a lot more clear and the background noise is shuffled away. It's kind of like an assistive listening device. For those of you who've used like pocket talkers and maybe some hearing aids, will do that as well. Very cool. Their instant translation capacity. I think there was something like 14 languages now that can be translated. Mm-hmm. And it is pretty instant. Example, I was in an environment one time and I needed to ask for some help, and the person that was closest to me was a Spanish speaking person, and I just turned on instant translation and it worked. There was a tiny little bit delay, but overall, that person was able to give me directions, and then my glasses gave it to me in English. So that was a super thing. Now, the new glasses that have just been released, these are non-Ray-Ban glasses. They are actually made by Meta themselves. So I guess what it is they're not having to share those rights. And there's 3 pairs. 2 of them are made by Meta, and one, I've got some background noise. One is a Kylie Jenner design. The starting price of the new glasses is $299. Can you guys hear me okay?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. So $299 is the start. I think the Kylie ones are like 3 something, and now the Generation 2 Wayfair, Skylar, the Ray-Ban ones, they're starting at $379. They go up to 4 something. And then the most expensive are the Oakleys, which are the sporty kinds. People have asked me, probably the biggest question is about the battery life of these glasses. And most of the research and the videos will say 6 to 8 hours on the battery, okay? I have a lot of clients who are wearing them all day long and have their prescriptions in them, and that works out really well. If you're constantly using them, like for live AI, listening to a book for like 3 or 4 hours in a row, that battery life's not going to be quite that at that point. But if you have got them on your face pretty much during your work day or your day, and you're asking questions here and there, it will last that long. If it says low battery, though, here's the best part. And you have your case with you. You pop them into that case. What do you? I'm sure those of you who've had them, you've noticed that it comes back up to 100% pretty quickly. So the recharging of this device is really, really effective. The glass case themselves is a hard case. The new models that are just coming out, the new Meta glasses, they're called the Adventurer. What is the other one called? Hey, Meta, what's the name of the new glasses, the new Meta glasses?
Blazer?
Yeah, Blazer. I think so.
Sure thing. Checking the latest Meta glasses. The newest line is just called Meta glasses. They launched in late June 2026 with 3 frame styles called the Adventurer, the Fury, and a Kylie Jenner collab edition. They start at $299 and run Meta AI for stuff like translation and photos.
Okay, Meta, stop. Okay, I just let her do the workshop. So that's a very cool feature that the shapes of the glasses are a little bit different, and they still look very cool. The Kylie ones are kind of ovalish. There's one that's kind of a rectangle shaped, and then there's one that's kind of more of a like a Wayfair style, like a triangle shaped, more fuller. So $299, and also stop, Meta. Also covered by insurance if you have vision insurance. So for those of you who are curious about checking them out, you definitely want to go to a store where you can actually put them on your face. You can hold them in your hands. They're plastic. They have some weight to them a little bit. For me, I think. Other people say no, they think they're great. And Lens Crafters, Target, Costco's, they're all there. Lots of different styles, okay? All the magic is in the frames. The speakers, the slide bar where you control the volume, and the cameras at the top corners. And then there's a couple other little buttons. Then, of course,
Uh-oh. The volume went out.
Jamie left us.
Jamie, I believe you are muted now.
Should we text Jamie to let her know we can't hear her?
Yes.
Okay, I'm happy to do that.
okay, how about now?
Better.
Okay.
You're back on.
I don't know what happened.
You left us.
Gosh, where did I leave off? Anybody want to recap? What were we talking about?
Well, just the different styles and where they can be purchased,
Okay,
etc.
good.
But Jamie, if you get a chance, can you say a little bit more about the insurance? What insurance carriers will sponsor or pay some of the costs?
Yeah, you guys can hear me okay now? I just put my AirPods back in, so I just want to make sure we're connected. You good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, and other people, if anyone else has had experience with this, they can please chime in too. Vision insurance, not your health insurance, not your Medicare, all that kind of stuff, does not will cover the vision insurance will cover. So if you have the kind of insurance that will give you an exam once a year and then put a certain amount towards a pair of glasses, that's the kind I'm talking about. I'm not. Lens Crafters has been really good about accepting a lot, and for some people have had very small amounts for that are due because the frames themselves are not as expensive as some other frames. I mean, you go into any store now, and there's frames that are themselves before you put the prescription in. You know, so it really depends. Has anybody done this and want to share their experience of using of being able to either try on glasses at a store or been able to get their vision coverage through it? Side note, if you are a veteran, the Blind Veterans Association will also assist you in getting Meta glasses. And there are several voc rehab programs and other ways to help finance them as well. Meta on the actual website itself, they have a payment plan, like they have a year, where it's like so much. So when you compare it to other low vision devices, it's really, really reasonable, and it fits the bill for a lot of different tasks. And that's really kind of the one-stop shopping that we love, being able to do these different things. For me, being able to have the open ear, and I'm sure for a lot of other people, because the sound is coming through the bars of the glass, it's not bone conducting. I've had that. It's not bone conducting, but it is called over the ear or environmental. You can still hear what's going. So if I'm walking down the sidewalk with my guide dog on a busy street and I'm talking on the phone, I can still hear the parallel traffic coming by me. If I'm listening to a book, I can still hear what's going on in my kitchen. When something's boiling over or what have you. So that's a really good feature. Now, is Marcus on with us? Marcus, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Marcus, I would love if you wouldn't mind sharing. You and I were talking about those 3 little items the other day that I said, oh, you got to bring this up. Do you mind?
No, not at all.
Beautiful. Everyone, Marcus.
Okay. Well, one of the things we talked about, and I think you already talked about this, was if you're thinking about getting the Meta glasses, one of the things that you really want to do is you want to go somewhere like LensCrafters, Costco, where you can actually try them on. The main reason for that is that the arms of the glasses or the frames, they aren't flexible, they aren't bendable, they aren't adjustable to the point where you can make it a little bit tight on your face. So you'll have to know precisely what size, whether that's a 50 millimeter or whether it's a 53 millimeter, that best works with your face. Because if you get it too small, the pressure behind the ear can actually make you dizzy. So I think one of the other things we were talking about was some of the very unique things that the Meta glasses can do with the AI power that it has. Things that we don't normally think about. I was getting ready to ship a package, and I didn't have a tape measure, so I said, okay, Meta's pretty brilliant. Let's see if it can do this. So I held the box up, and I said, hey, Meta, what is the measurements, or what are the dimensions of this box? And it said 7 by 9 by 4. I was impressed. So when I did get my tape measure, I did tape it, measure to see how precise it was, and it was pretty darn close. And I was able to mail the package. So the package never came back, so it was pretty good.
That's crazy.
So there's so many different things that maybe we don't think about. I think you touched on some of the points as when we get our mail, a lot of times a lot of mail we get is junk mail. The nice thing about Meta, you don't have to go word by word. When you open up a mail, you can just ask it to summarize it. And it will basically tell you if it's somebody that wants to put a new roof on your house or somebody wants to chop down your tree. It can tell you that in a couple of seconds, and into the wastebasket that mail goes. If you like me, being visually impaired, you're kind of nervous about throwing away mail because you don't want to throw away that surprise check in the mail. So it has the surprising things it can do, that it can actually do, and I push it to the limits. I'm doing some training with JAWS, and I was doing some studying, so I had a list of JAWS keystrokes. So I was thinking it'd be interesting if I had somebody to kind of quiz me on this. So I asked Meta if it could quiz me on the JAWS keystrokes across the Microsoft platforms. Surprisingly, it did. It knew all the JAWS keystrokes. It asked me, "Are you ready for another?" I mean, I ran the battery. We went for an hour of quizzing on JAWS keystrokes, and I would answer, and if the answer was wrong, it would politely correct me and give me the correct answer.
Yeah, that's a very cool way to use technology for technology.
Yes. So don't be afraid to push it. If you're not getting enough detail, and I will say this, If you're not getting enough detail in what you really wanted to do, ask it another way, or ask it to be more specific, because it doesn't mind being pushed. It can do some very amazing things.
That is exactly right. And on that point, Marcus, I want to piggyback off that. Back in the day when I used to train folks, I used to keep it simple, guys. It's just a robot. It's an app. It just says, Siri, weather now. Now, totally the opposite. You're having a full-out conversation, and if they don't get it right, you can say, no, you're off a little bit. Try again. Especially in that live AI mode, and you say, listen, I've got low vision, and I've got to get down this street. Take a look right now and see if there's anything that can be hazardous, and it will say, hey, there's a rug in front of the entrance of that store. There's a planter on the right. I see somebody coming out of the door. So now, disclaimer, right? Never does it take the place of your tools, your mobility tools, and your live person instruction. But it is awfully nice when you are using your tools just to have that kind of feedback. And with live AI, you can keep asking it questions and engaging it about the environment in real time, and it'll be pretty accurate, like Marcus has mentioned. The other thing Marcus and I wanted to talk about too is the lenses. So the lenses, right now we've been talking mostly about the power of the frame and the AI app. The lenses, you can put your prescription in, of course. You can get clear. You can get dark, like the typical risky business type of sunglasses. You can get transitions and polarized. That's kind of where the prices kind of start to shift a little bit. So those basic $299 glasses that have just come out, that's for either clear or color, not the transition. That's when it goes up a little higher. The case of the new glasses also folds flat. You know how the new ones, the ones that we have, is kind of, they hold, it's a good shape. But the other ones will fold flat so that when you're on your face, you can kind of fold them into a triangle. I think Kylie's even has a little mirror on the inside of it. I saw on one of the YouTube videos. And they do have the new ones have a little bit of adjustment power on the arms of, like what Marcus was saying, the other ones are stagnant. There's a little bit of a spring and some nose piece kind of things that you can do to adjust the size a little bit better. People have mentioned to me that they're not sure whether they want dark or light or what color about the lens. And they were worried about what happens, how do you get them changed out? And so we searched, and guess what? They pop out. Marcus.
Yes. I got the first generation Meta glasses, which had the clear lens, but I really wanted a yellow lens, which yellow has more contrast, not as a prescription, but just to create more contrast in my environment. So what I did is I went on eBay, researched it, and I found that there were third-party lens makers. And if you, especially for Ray-Ban, you can actually find a third-party lens maker that makes a lens for that particular glass, and they're very cheap. You can get those for like $14 for a set. I have the yellow ones, but what's even more amazing, you can, with your thumb, press behind the lens of the Meta glasses, and they will come out. Your lens can be popped out, any of them. And you can put in the new lens of your choice, and they have them in different colors. I particularly got mine in yellow. And I popped out, and they pop in. It's no issue.
Yep, and they're made to, because they want people to buy multiple lenses and be fashionable and change out the tint for according to their outfits and what have you. I've watched a lot of videos on it, and because I was like, I don't want to be telling people to be popping their lenses out if it's not really what you can do, and also about these other third-party apps that will be able to make the lens or put your prescription and mail in the lens. So those things are possible. You definitely want to make sure that you're accurately getting the right style and size and all that kind of stuff. So shop around.
Jamie.
Yeah. Yes. Who's that?
Jamie, this is Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
When I first got my glasses at Lens Crafters, they actually changed my lenses for me in the store.
They popped them out right there for you?
They popped it out right there, and they changed it from a clear to, I think it's a gray or whatever it was. Whatever was available at the time. There were two options, and the guy actually popped them out for me right there in the store.
Nice. Yeah.
The other thing that he was willing to do too was he was willing to help me if I needed help to download the app itself and try to get me through basics if indeed I needed the help. But I didn't need the help only because I had my husband. But I just thought that was something that they may or may not still do depending on what time of day you go and how much time they have.
Right. I had a client who just got hers just recently, and she went to pick him up at Lens Crafters. And not only did they help her set up the app and all that kind of jazz, they went through the accessibility features. They helped her pick a good voice. So I think probably you're right. It depends on where you are and how much time. But I've had some really good feedback from customer service people, from my clients about Lens Crafters in particular, and also about Costco's. So it just, we all recommend that you have to kind of go in person if you're thinking about them and feel them in your hands. They do have, if you have a little bit of vision, they do have this pretty cool thing called a virtual try-on, where you can use your camera and then they'll put like the glasses on your face and you can kind of see what they look like and the tints and things like that. Even if you are totally blind, no light perception, please always still protect your eyes in the sun. So if you're thinking clear is the way I want to go, at least get clear or transition to dark. So when you go outside, you're protected. It's super important. So the lenses can be changed out. The frames are, very, very durable and manageable. The charging cases have improved. I like this one that we have that goes with the Gen 2. The Gen 1s are still out there, and there's a lot. Does anybody here on this call still are using a Gen 1 of the Ray-Ban?
This call is no longer being recorded.
Okay.
Jamie, I'm still using that.
Good. Do you have any problems with the battery or getting
None.
the features that you want?
None. When I'm not wearing them, of course, I always turn the glasses off and then I put them in my case that way. But
okay,
normally I don't have any problems with that at all. I do have one quick question.
Sure.
With the feature called
this call will be recorded.
Live AI.
Yes.
Is that under you go to the Meta app and under settings, is that where I would turn that on and off?
You can actually just tell Meta to start Live AI.
Okay, super.
Okay, but you also have to remember to tell it to stop.
Oh yes, of course.
Okay, so but I get to a store and I'm like, hey Meta, start Live AI, help me find the grapefruits, and then the next thing I know, I'm in the car and she's still like, what a lovely view. So yeah, and I will say this too, it makes sure it does go, it uses your battery a little bit quicker because you're doing that, but it's so awesome.
Thank you.
Have you guys used Live AI? Anyone?
Yes, this is John Hella.
Yeah.
Yes.
The first generation, and I use Live AI. I'm trying to lose some weight, so I have it to read the scale for me.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Jamie, what I'm waiting for though is the real time without having to keep asking what do you see? We need that thing where you can say search for the elevator, and as you walk, it'll say, I see that. Now they do have an app that's a third-party app, the Orion, of course. I know you know about it, but that thing is fantastic through the glasses because I can walk out with my dog into a park and say, yo, look for a bench. And it'll say, I don't see a bench right now. Oh, there's a bench. It's about 40 feet away. Just keep walking, blah, blah, blah. It tells you which way to go. But of course, it's hands-free and through the camera. And because the Gen 2 cameras are much, much wider than the one, it covers a lot of ground. But I think that's the thing we're really waiting for, the real-time search.
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought up the apps that go along with, that work so nicely with the glasses. Let's talk about that for just a second. Or OORION. I don't know. Is it Orion? How do we pronounce
it? Yes, I always say Orion. But
Orion. Like Orion is, okay, so it's two O's and then OORI. And this is a great app that I just recently found through my friend Marianne over there, who's helping with the meeting. And it really does. Like I hid my cane partially underneath my desk. And then I said, I can't find my cane. And it directed me to turn my head through the glasses certain ways and then said, got it. It's under your desk right by your left foot. Like it gave me robot. Watch your head when you bend down. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. The other app too that is really cool is called Lazarillo. Anyone?
Dorothy uses it.
Dorothy, are you on?
Yes.
Can I
Tell
ask
me.
you regarding the Orion? Does it work as an app that you connect through the Meta glasses themselves, or is it independent and just being ran off of your iPhone?
Great question, Matt. Thank you. All these apps can also be used independently with just your phone. And that's a great thing because then they can also be connected to your eyes. And that way they're using the cameras on the glasses. We call that POV, point of view. But they can also be used on your, so that searching app at Orion can be used on your phone. And you can just kind of hold your phone and scan back and forth. I'm moving my hand left and right with the phone. And the same thing for the Lazarillo app, which is Dorothy. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah. This is Jody.
Yeah, this Dorothy. So I use it a lot when I'm traveling on transportation so that I know what streets I'm crossing, the cross streets, if I want a bank or if I'm looking for a church or it has different places, school, if you're looking for a certain school. And so I use that a lot, and especially when I'm traveling at night in public transportation and I can't see where it's going or where I'm at, so I turn that on.
Yeah, and so how is this different though from like a walking GPS when we just say, "Hey Siri, get walking directions to so and so"? What is the big difference between that and the Lazarillo app? Do you think?
So, mostly I think how I've been using it is you have to select some options. You can't talk to it that I've ever seen it do, and give feedback.
Okay. And I have noticed too when I've used it that it will tell you kind of what's around you. It kind of gives you a little bit of a description. It's almost like when you're with somebody like, hey, there's a Best Buy behind you. You're in a parking lot right now. There's a Publix to the right.
Yeah.
There's two. So it's kind of nice because it is very specific for not so much long distance things too. It's kind of tells you if you take 50 steps to the right, you'll be in front of the pizza place. So it's a pretty cool app. That's Lazarillo.
This
works.
This is Jody.
Yes.
I actually don't recommend Lazarillo because I find that it's not accurate. I know I was walking in my neighborhood and it said, "You're at the crosswalk," and I was about 65 feet away.
Yikes.
So the one that I suggest is the Soundscape app or Voice Vista. They're the same thing.
Vista, yeah.
And
good.
And those are excellent and they're very accurate. And you can also set markers and beacons. Like I have a marker set at my mailbox in my front door. And I will get within 5 to 10 feet of my mailbox and it will say mailbox on the left. And I hear it in the left ear. If I'm wearing my Meta glasses, it comes in the left ear. And then if I'm walking, it will announce crosswalks and it will also announce, like you mentioned, the points of interest, but it's much more accurate. I actually
know. So it's called Soundscape?
It's called Soundscape
or Voice Vista.
Actually, Soundscape was originally developed by Microsoft and then it went open source. And it got picked up by some guys at MIT. They developed Voice Vista, and then 2 other companies developed the Soundscape app to bring it back.
This is why I love you guys. This is why I love doing these things. See?
And I'll tell you something. This is Frank. I use both at the same time, Voice Vista and Orion through the glasses. And boy, you get some real-time information as you walk. I mean, pretty accurate. But you do know now that you can ask the Meta glasses to navigate, and you say, "Navigate me to so and so," and it'll say, "Oh, okay, I'm bringing it up on the map right now," and you could say, "Start audio and map navigation," and boom. And it'll start, and because it actually is using Apple Maps.
Let me, Jamie. This is Johnny. I'm talking. You were talking about Lazarillo. Let's go back. So, David, can you connect to the glasses or just the audio that you're gonna get through the glasses?
It's just the audio.
Just the audio.
Just the audio.
And another
the same
thing
thing with Soundscape. Soundscape is just the audio.
And
Yeah.
then also, you were talking about the battery life. I use my glasses 24, I could say 24/7. I keep it
Yeah.
on, you put it to charge.
Uh-huh.
But what I did was, I used the first generation. What I do is I purchased an external battery. I don't know if anybody heard about it. It's called the Carina C1. That's like a little charger that you put it back, you connect to the left arm of the glasses,
Yeah.
and you keep the body going, basically the whole day, the whole day.
Wow.
And I use it
How
a
do you
lot.
connect? How do you connect it to the glasses?
It's got like a little frame that coming from the bridge nose,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
go around all the way down into the back, and then it's like a little dot that you
Wow.
charge. I will send you the link
Yeah.
so you
Yeah.
can
You guys,
take a
if you
look.
have if you all have links or my email, please make sure you send these resources so that we can share them with each other.
Yeah, can
That
I
is
add?
their
Yeah,
ultimate person. This is
I
the
will send
And
you.
ultimate
I
that
will
purpose.
send
battery
you
that
that.
he,
Yeah, can I
the
add one
battery
more
that he's
comment? This
talking
is Jody
about,
again.
you can get it
Hang
from
on a second.
Amazon, Jamie.
In
Okay.
Jamie.
Amazon, yeah.
Hang on
Yeah,
just a second.
Amazon is only about, I think it's less than $30 at Amazon, that extended battery that he's talking about that attaches to the frame.
Okay, Jessica, that's good information. So, and I've seen other charging frames and stations back in the day. You could only do it in the case. So that's really good. All right, we had another comment. Hang on.
Yeah, this is Jody.
Okay.
I just want to say I actually did change the lenses on my Wayfarers also because I had gotten the dark blue and they were too dark indoors. And I actually ordered a pair of transition lenses on Amazon for $32. And you can pop them out and it's not hard, but I'll tell you, it's really nerve-wracking.
Well, yeah, I think that anytime you feel like you're doing something
oh God,
forceful,
I'm gonna break my glasses. Yeah. No, they're
So,
really easy to pop out.
Most of the folks that I have talked to who have done it themselves have either low or no vision. So I know it can.
I have no vision.
Yeah. So
I have no vision.
So it is a tactual process. It's not like you have to line up dots or anything like that, or open up the Advil bottle or anything. So it can be done. I think it's just a matter of trusting yourself that you're not going to break it. I watched a bunch of videos, and
that's what I did too. I watched
even the sound. It sounds like you're snapping it out. So it's a little nerve wracking.
Yeah, I've only got light perception, but I was able to do it. Yeah.
Jamie, this is Dorothy.
Yeah, Dorothy.
I want to go back to when you were talking about, I think you said about if someone is totally blind and they get the clear, but be careful with the rays, the sun rays.
Yes.
Okay, so they do have magnetic
good.
The parts you can just put on when you're going out and then just pull them off when you don't need them.
And you guys hear that? Yeah, I saw that too. So they have their like magnet glasses in different colors that you could just pop them right on over.
And they're really inexpensive. Yeah, the clip-ons, they're really inexpensive. I think they only work on the Wayfarers though.
And they're all different colors, and they are magnets. So that back in the day, like in the 80s, we had those like clip-ons too, and they were like they flip up and flip down. Do you guys remember that? They flip
oh yeah.
And they had that big thing. They were really ugly.
One problem that you have with the transitions, I have the transition lenses. Paid a lot of extra money for them, but they don't function properly when you're in an automobile because the sun doesn't activate them to darken. And so
they're not heat motivated.
In that case, what I got, or what the young lady was talking about, I got the clip-on shades that they snap right on. And
with a magnet?
They come in a variety of colors and, darknesses, and they work great.
That is a beautiful thing. Yeah, so there's a lot of accessories. There's a lot of robust accessories. I think it's going to just grow. And as you can see, you don't have to go to Meta. You can go Amazon or whatever.
Amazon's got everything.
It's everything. Yeah. So it's really, really cool.
And the only other downside I've heard from people that have gotten the clear lenses is that everyone assumes that they can see and that they're wearing a prescription. So that's the only, you can see now because you've got glasses, so I don't know. That's just a social thing.
Yeah.
But
well, that's good because you can also talk about one more app, which is those of you who may not know, the Be My Eyes app and the Ira app, right? So the Be My Eyes and the Ira both work by themselves as apps on your phone, Matt, but also with the point of view through the camera. And they they connect you to a live person. One, Be My Eyes are volunteers. Ira has more kind of like trained, and they have like subscription plans, and some of it's for pay. But the good news about Ira is they're teaming up with a lot of places so that you can have free access. Like when you go to Walmart or to certain airports, you won't have to pay by, the hour or whatever it is. And then you're hooked up with a person who is basically looking through your eyes.
Through your camera.
Through your camera on your eyes. And you don't have to hold up your camera and try and get, the picture right. And if you're shopping and you go to reach for a can, they can say, oh, that one's dented. Go to the one to the right. You know what I mean? When you go shopping, you spend $20 on an Uber, you come back and the package you just bought is open. And you're just like, gosh darn it. So that, those little game changers help us to feel more confident, and then, be able to not so much second guess, but reassure ourselves that we are on the right path, or that we are looking at the right thing, or that we are going the right direction, or that we are reading the right comments, or ordering the what we want to order, and not just what was being read to us in a hasty voice. So it's a very, very, Frank has said probably 2 years ago. Frank, when did you start wearing these glasses 2 years ago?
When it first came out.
And
It's March, maybe 3 years now.
Yep.
I know that some of the centers have been a little bit slow to accept them. I know that, like I work for the VA and I work for both rehab, and other organizations are like, we're not sure if we're going to fund these because of these privacy issues and that they can take a picture. But when you look and when you think about what are your goals, because they're not for everybody, there's going to be a lot of people like, I don't need it. I don't have a smartphone. I don't have a device. If you have just an iPad, you could still get the glasses, but you'd probably be restricted to your home and to using them in the house. And for some people, that's great. That's all they want to do. They want to be able to read their recipes. Other people who have a flip phone, they don't want to give up their flip phone, and they're not sure how they're going to be able to. But that's the thing. They are Bluetooth to your phone.
Yeah.
So
I just want to go back to the
Jamie, I wanted.
Okay, hang on. We got time. Don't worry, everyone will get there. Coley, is that you?
That was Frank.
Frank, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to Be My Eyes also. The beautiful thing about that is that you can form your own group. So if there's people that you really want to trust, you put them in that group and you hit that and buzz them right up, and they can see through your camera, and they can direct you to different departments now. Like, so if you use an Amtrak or if you go to the Hilton, those agents are directly hit on through Be My Eyes, through the glasses. So it's tremendous, man.
It is, because you don't want to get some tech dude when you're just trying to match your lipstick,
Right. Right.
Did you mention that they're free for the Metas are giving them away to blinded veterans?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
To the BVA.
Now this is Johnny Sabrino again. I'm sorry to cut interrupt, but this is a good suggestion. Where you have the glasses, don't try to harm the flashlight for privacy. Now that you mentioned privacy before, Jamie.
Yeah.
If you do that, because sometimes that basically like alerts all of them. You're recording or taking a picture. So don't try to harm that light, because if you do, it might work for a couple of days. But if they find out, I don't know how they find out, they send you an update is to basically discharge your glasses. So your glasses will not function at all if you break that flashlight.
Yeah, so there is an alert light on the glasses that you cannot cover up. You cannot block it. It is a security safety. So, the talk about being able to film somebody without them knowing it, maybe from like a 10-story building, but you could do that with your phone too. So the light is always on. And even on situations where I've accidentally blocked it with a cap or a hat that I was wearing, it will tell me your camera light is being blocked. We will not be able to record or take pictures. So that's cool. There was somebody here on this call who I think was waiting to talk.
No, right here. This is what I want to say right quick. We have a store that uses the Aura app, and I've tried several times, 6 weeks to pair the Aura app to my Meta, first generation glasses, and I couldn't do it. It wouldn't take. Matter of fact, I called Meta, and she said, this is the Meta app representative said that she never heard of Ira, and as far as she could see, it's not compatible with the Ira app is not compatible with
First
the
generation.
glasses.
Maybe you should
Yes,
call
with the
Ira
first.
and let them try to hook you up through them
Yeah,
because
I
they
tried
know.
for 6 weeks. No, they don't know
Anybody else
because I
having?
tried.
No, Ira,
Anybody
I'm
else?
I
saying
have a
they know.
question.
Well, anybody else having issues with Ira? Just out of
No.
curiosity.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right, that's a good point, and I'll come back to that in a second. Other questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Who's this?
This is Keisha.
Hi, Keisha.
Hi. I am in the process of getting Meta glasses, and so one of my counselors recommended I get on the group.
Good.
I sing praise and worship in church, and I have some equipment to use an iPad to kind of make the lyrics, to magnify the lyrics because I have low vision right now. How could I use the glasses to help me with that?
Ooh. Well, first of all, you can have the glasses read the lyrics to you ahead of time, for one thing, right? Because they'll read the words, right? You can listen to them very quietly too, without being, it'll be in your ear, and nobody else will be disturbed by hearing the music. What else, guys? So you're saying that you're looking at your iPad and it's got what on it?
The iPad will have the song lyrics on it.
The song lyrics, okay. So you've got a couple of options. You can either have the glasses read them to you, read the lyrics to you. You're using magnification already, so that's great.
Yes.
Yeah. What else?
Okay.
I think that's pretty much it for that.
Okay.
I mean, you've got a great tool. Those are great tools to use that for.
Jamie, Jessica,
I use it to send text.
unless you can get a Be My Eyes volunteer at the time, that could help her maybe.
Oh, that's true too. That's a good idea.
That's what I was going to say.
You
Yep.
guys, you can also have it called Be My Eyes, and they can kind of help you use it. I agree, guys. I've had really good luck with Be My Eyes, and the specifics, and all the volunteers have been appropriate. And like Frank said, you can make a group so you can actually call somebody that you trust, especially if you're dealing with, like, I had a client who dropped all of his credit cards on the floor, right? So now he's got to figure out what's what, but you don't want to just be like, hey, this is my social security card. So you want to be able to use somebody that you trust. And that's where you go to either your groups on Be My Eyes, or you can also use WhatsApp. Those of you who use WhatsApp, they have a way to transfer over from the phone, click on the little caption button on your glasses, and now the person that you are having that video call with on WhatsApp is looking through your glasses. Okay.
And Messenger as well.
And Messenger, thank you. That's right. And Messenger as well.
That was a good point you just made. So now you need to tell them how Meta won't read the numbers on your bank account. They won't read the numbers on the credit card.
Yeah, sometimes if you ask it a certain way, it'll say, I'm sorry, I can't read that information, especially like a prescription bottle or whatever. So, but like Marcus said, sometimes you have to kind of move, ask it a different way and make a workaround. It's not that strict about it. But if you ask them to describe hey, is that guy good looking over there? They'll be like, we don't comment on faces. They will tell you right out the bat, and that they're not going to do that.
But they won't read the numbers on a credit card, Jamie.
Really? I never tried.
Well, I highly recommend that you not use the glasses for any financial or medical information because it's going into it's going way out into cyberspace and into their servers. I would not use my glasses for personal
and it still
confidential
has
information.
trouble reading money as
Jamie,
well.
can you explain what are the top 3 benefits of going from first generation to second generation? What would be my advantage of going up?
I think it would depend on what your needs are. I think Frank mentioned if you have low vision and you do have the camera is a little bit better.
Okay.
I'm not sure about the battery. People tell me that the battery is a little bit better on the second gen, but I think that it might last a little bit longer. Mm-hmm. There was obviously the price point. I think now the first gen's like $158 and above. So that's, it's a great bargain. It's a great, for a first pair, what have you.
Sure.
Now that you've got these other ones that are now $299, you almost got to be like, well, for that extra $100, but it all depends on like what your budget is. As far as the sound on the bars, I think the sound is much better on the second gen, but I haven't tested it personally. This is just the feedback that I've gotten from people who have had both. Is there anybody here in the group that have had both glasses that can do a little comparison for us?
Well, this is Frank. Yeah, I have had both, and it's definitely a better battery, and the camera it covers a wider range. And the video also, people tell me, is much more clear. So, but I just wanted to say, so I mean, the thing that's amazing about these glasses now that it's really conversational. You really feel like you're having a conversation with these things. And I've had it plan trips for me. I've had it describe the place where I was going. I said, give me detailed description of what the nautical mile looks like and guide me down to it, through it. And you say, give me a detailed description. It'll walk you all the way through wherever you're going and try to describe it as best as possible. And I swear to God, when I got there, I was amazed at how accurate it was. I'm going like, this is great. This is crazy. But the new update is tremendous. The conversation it's really conversational now. And you can ask it for anything. I mean, it'll call for you. Like I said, okay, well, call this hotel. And it'll say, okay, call the hotel. Boom, you're in. I mean, it's just,
Yeah.
Does Frank have any vision? Frank, do you have vision?
No, I have no vision.
Okay.
I have no vision.
Yep. I think,
to me, Jamie, that would be the only, because I think for a person who's totally blind, I'm not so sure that the different generations would make a difference if it has to do with the video and taking pictures in the camera. Because
well, the battery,
Well, yeah, but the extender will help that part of it.
That's true. That's a good point. The extender,
depends on your budget. Depends on your budget.
It does, and it also is like if you've got the Gen 1s and you're happy and you're rocking, well, you don't worry about it. Don't worry. You don't feel it, because guess what? They're all going to come out with new ones next year too, just like the phones, just like Google's got smart glasses. Apple's working diligently to try and compete because Apple's a little behind the curve on the whole AI thing, but they're getting there. And when they do, it's going to be amazing.
And the Google glasses.
It's going to be pricey.
For example, the Meta Blazers are already an upgrade over the Gen 2 because they do horizontal video. So you're going to keep getting these upgrades no matter what, So it's what you're comfortable with.
Updates come to all generations. Any update will come to whatever your generation is.
Yes. So this is a great. So yeah. Are there any other comments that we want to talk about third-party apps or anything
Jamie?
At this point? Yes.
This is Kevin.
Hi, Ken.
Yeah, Kevin. Yeah.
Hi.
I actually had the first gen Meta glasses. I actually like them though. The only thing, like I said, the battery life is okay. It's just I have to make sure I keep in charge because they're good batteries, but I don't have the second gen. I heard the second. You said the second gen's case folds flat now. Wow, that's the first gen doesn't do that.
Not the Ray-Ban ones. The Ray-Ban ones that I'm holding here in my hand, they're the same case. They're nice. It's like a overly hard case. But the ones that just came out, these new ones, the Meta is making themselves.
The Meta Blazers.
And then the Blazers and the Adventurer, the Fury, whatever. And then the Kylie is like Starlight or something. Those glasses, the case it's like a trifold that folds flat. And I think
you're talking about the Meta display, right? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I haven't talked about the Meta display. These are the new Meta glasses that are Meta. They're making them themselves. So they're not outsourcing the frames to companies like Ray-Ban and Oakley. They're just making these glasses themselves. And there's these three different styles. They're the different shapes. They're still very fashionable. And the case is just a little bit different. It's still sturdy. It's still hard. But I like that idea that it folds flat because that way when you are wearing them, you can just put the case like in your fanny pack or your book bag or something that's not taking up so much space because it does take up some space. So you've got to check them out at the store.
Jamie, which stores are carrying those?
I believe they're all, from what I've done for research, is the same thing. Lens
Okay.
Crafters, Sunglass Huts,
Amazon.
Costco, Amazon, Target. But physically go if you can.
Sure.
Yeah.
And you were talking
play
earlier,
around with
Jamie,
them.
about the beta. It's actually called early access, is what it's called.
Early
the beta thing.
access. Yeah, thank you, my friend. Thank you so much.
Miss Jamie, I have a question.
Sure, babe. Who's that?
This is Vince
Hi,
Patterson.
Hey.
My glasses, I love them, but I can't seem to. I'm having a problem with the double tap to answer the phone and the slide for volume, and it won't do that. And
Nice.
I've tried to reset and everything. So I don't know if it's a manufacturer defect, and it just started not too long ago.
Look how smoothly we now transition to our troubleshooting section of our today's workshop.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're perfect.
You asked any question, so I
No,
just
you
had
said that's it. That's perfect. So I think that one thing is that the touch bar is only on the right side. Nothing
Yes.
going on the left side.
Yes.
And it is not very tactual. And you are not the first person to tell me this, okay? So it is kind of tricky because if you do one tap, now you've paused your music. Oh, but has it paused or has it not? Maybe I'll tap it again. And now you're tapping, and nothing's happening. And now you hung up on the person. So there is in the app a place where you can kind of customize the taps a little bit and also use that capture button for certain things. That sliding motion of your finger on the side,
yes.
Some people just kind of slide forward. Some people do it kind of like a voiceover swipe forward, swipe, or swipe back. Somebody should, if you can, maybe somebody can listen, somebody can try. It's not working at all?
No, I can't even, I've tried to, I tried to go in my settings, then I try to double tap it, then I tap it, then I end up going crazy with the taps, then I try to do a slide. So I haven't, and then I had to call the manufacturer and they want me to send them back.
Oh yeah, Vince, I remember we talked about this. We thought maybe the glasses were bummed. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask you
Frank?
something? Do you does the bar work for anything else like starting and stopping music, all of that?
No, I can't.
So the bar's not working at all.
No, I have to say, hey Meta, bring the volume up. Hey Meta, answer the phone.
So that sounds like faulty glasses.
Right.
Something's not connecting.
Or in the customs, maybe it got the settings got off a little bit.
To go in the custom, but that was my question. But if I have to tell it to answer the phone, have to tell it to answer the phone. I have to tell it to make the volume up. So so
and you did the restart with the turn off the switch.
Yeah, I did I shut it completely down and restart everything. So
did you do it for a reset?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Vince, we talked about this a couple months ago, Vince, you and I, and we said that we
no,
felt
it wasn't me. It just started.
Oh.
And so I did everything but yes, I did everything but throw it against the wall because I love it so much.
What about if he uninstalls the app and reinstalls the app?
You know if they're still under warranty, because if they are, they can send you a new pair.
I know, and that's what I was trying to avoid because you know how long I got, and I got transitional lenses. So,
baby, you hang up the phone.
Jamie.
Yeah.
No, baby, no.
Jamie, this is
Marcus. Is that Marcus? Is that you?
Yes, this is Marcus. I just wanted to ask Vince, has he done any upgrades, or is he sit on automatic upgrades to his app? Because sometimes when you have upgrades, you may experience some glitches.
Oh, really?
I did at my last upgrade, I had to re-Bluetooth it and do everything over again. And it was just an upgrade situation when it upgraded the app. I'm at like 125.2.
There's a lot of upgrades that have been happening quick, both on the phone itself. If you're using an Android or an Apple, the Apple, especially iOS, just has another one coming out like yesterday or something. And then the apps kind of lag a little, and then they have to update. So,
okay, say Marcus, can you
go check on them things,
guys?
Hey,
somebody's
Marcus.
talking. Somebody needs to mute, please.
Marcus, you said download the app and reset it.
Well, it depends on. You said you had started it over again. I don't know if you set on automatic upgrades. Sometimes if you just sit on automatic, it upgrades automatically. You may not be aware when it upgrades. All of a sudden, you put it on, and you maybe start having some minor glitches and issues, and maybe it upgraded overnight. Do you know what version? Do you know what version your app is right now?
Yeah, it did an update. It's
what
like
is,
something. It's the newest one, 5, I think.
I think it's one. Is it 125.2? I believe is the latest update.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Vince, you tried the forget this device in Bluetooth and reset it that way, because I've had that problem too, and I had to do that.
These are good strategies,
not just
guys.
disconnect, but forget the device.
Right. I forget. I have re-downloaded the app and done it again, but I only haven't done what Marcus said, and that's what I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Because like I'm willing to do anything. Yeah, I've done it all. I had to reinstall everything off the Meta app. So yeah. But thanks for the info.
Yeah, and I think this kind of troubleshooting sessions like this is going to be a really good thing to have when we get together, because everybody has some thoughts. In general, when you are in a jam with the glasses or with any technology, stay calm, breathe. Always restart is the first thing, or check your connections, right? Just like with the computer or what have you, make sure everything's plugged in. Figure out what a lot of times it does have to do with the updates. Sometimes it just takes time. I've had my glasses working perfectly, and then I come back later in the day, and all of a sudden my contacts are gone. I can't make a call, and then I go and I'm sitting there going crazy. And I go, nope, I'm going to put them down and go have a snack and come back tomorrow. So always have a plan B. That means. So if your glasses are not working for some reason, you got to be able to still use your phone, have your things charged, have your, Be My Eyes, what do you call it? The other app that we love so much, Seeing AI. So have your backups for things that will be trouble, because it will be trouble if you don't have a backup. I know we're getting to that part where everyone's kind of starting to sign off and get off. So I just wanted to make sure that anyone who's still here, I'll stay on for a little bit longer if you have some more questions. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was helpful. And, I love seeing all my people. I missed you guys.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
I have a question. Okay, this is my question.
Okay.
I was able to take pictures with my glasses. I would say, hey, Meta, take a picture. Meta would take the picture. Yeah. And then I would tell Meta to send the last picture taken to wherever I wanted it to go.
Right.
Now, a couple of months ago, I could take the picture, and now Meta is telling me that I need to go to my camera, and from my camera send the picture to where it wants to go, to where I want it to go. Has anybody had that issue?
I do know that when you are not in Wi-Fi, sometimes it won't download. So you're in Wi-Fi. Sometimes I have had to manually go into the app and tap on that download or download the pictures. Sometimes once you download them in the app, they always show up in my photo album. I have to delete them from my photo album too. I don't delete them from the app, because if you delete them from the photo album, they will delete from both. They'll delete them both places, in the photo album and you. So that's that.
At this point, though, because I've checked all my connections, everything's fine.
Okay.
So my last resort to uninstall the app and reinstall the app, maybe.
When did this start happening? Recently?
Well, it's been a couple of months now.
Mm.
But it also happened after a time when I lost my phone line and my internet for about 7 days. It was something that happened in my neighborhood, and I had to have a whole new phone line buried underground, and we didn't have phone or internet service. It seems like once everything came back online, and it wasn't right away, but the next time I wanted to take a picture was when I started getting this message.
I wonder if you should do like what they said is go to the Bluetooth and do forget device under Bluetooth settings and then reattach it with Bluetooth again.
And also, they just real recently did something with the Wi-Fi as far as getting the media sent to your app. So they did something with the Wi-Fi as well. So that might have something to do with it while your thing went
I think
down.
I know what you're talking about. It's called Wi-Fi Aware.
Right.
What is that?
In the early access.
What is that?
Yeah. What's Wi-Fi Aware?
I didn't use it. I didn't connect to it, so I don't know. You know.
Yeah, Wi-Fi Aware. What it does is it will because you know how when you're importing stuff, it'll ask on the app. Meta AI wants to connect to your glasses. You have to hit join every time.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, now what it will do if you're in the early access, it's in beta right now. But if you turn this on, it will not prompt you for that anymore and start the media import. If you know Wi-Fi network, it'll
to do it automatically.
do the import.
Oh, okay. Jess, I think you should either try to disengage from Bluetooth and reconnect, or do a hard reset, and if that doesn't help, then go into the settings. There is can you import pictures over cellular? Do they give you that choice, you guys? Have you ever noticed in the settings? I guess we could ask. We should ask the glasses.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to have the glasses on, and it'll do it through cell. Yeah.
I can ask the glasses.
But
All right,
again, that Wi-Fi thing, I know it messed me up when they first launched it, and because I didn't connect to it the first couple of days, it wasn't letting me, even asking me to join to bring the media down. And then another update came, and boom, started working. And so,
So Jessica, so what you're saying is that when you take a picture, you're not able to say, send this picture. You used to be able to go, send my last picture to so and so, right?
Exactly. Now it's telling me that I need to go, that the image is now on my camera.
All right, let me ask Meta. Hey Meta, why is it that when I take a picture and I want to send it to somebody right away, it no longer will send right away? I have to go back into the app and do something crazy.
Yeah, that sounds super frustrating. On Meta glasses, photos used to auto-sync to your phone so you could share them fast, but now they often land in the gallery first. You usually have to open the Meta AI app, tap the photo, then hit share from there. It changed after some app updates to save battery and data. Want me to walk you through the quickest way to send it from the app?
No, thank you, but thank you for the help. Did you guys hear that? Were you able to hear that? There you go. Okay. So listen, like we can rack our brains here and troubleshoot, and we just have to. So you basically have. So there you go. It's not you, baby. It's just the app changed, and they're making you go to the app and having to import or send it from the app. And they did that. I know. That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah,
and again, that's the beautiful thing about you can ask the glasses if you're really stuck.
Ask the glasses.
And we forget that,
Yeah, you're right. I did forget that. I had my husband all over the place, reconnecting, disconnecting, and adding stuff back. Okay. But that's a bummer because I liked it when I could just say, okay, send the last picture to Jamie.
I know. Yeah. I'm surprised they got rid of that. I bet you if they hear from the community, they can put that back in or do something that's going to allow, because that's the main thing with these glasses in the beginning was they wanted people to be live streaming and taking videos and popping up on Instagram right off the bat. So it's interesting that they're doing that.
Okay, thanks guys.
Or maybe if you hook up with the Wi-Fi connection, the automatic, maybe that'll change it back to that.
Yeah, that's a good point too. I think too. If you go to your photo album and you find the picture, you could automatically just say, "Hey," you can use Siri. "Hey Siri, send this picture to so and so." So you can still do that.
Yeah.
But it just adds that extra step.
Yeah, extra layer there for somebody that can't see. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and we didn't even really talk about the meta, not the meta view. What is it called? The meta,
Oh,
the
a
new one,
display.
the display. Yeah, that's going to be something that's not so much great for necessarily for blind and low vision, but there's a couple of features that are pretty cool. And what I'm really excited about is that actual neuroband, the neuroband that you wear on your wrist to control the gestures that may be able to work like with voiceover and such. And you may not have to have your physical phone out, that you can just kind of, it's around your wrist. It's like a rub. It's not tight. It's just kind of, and it reads the pulses. It senses the movements of your wrist. So there's a whole bunch, like, you know, like they said, if you touch your finger to your thumb, that's like a tap.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
yeah. And then you can like twist your hand a certain way, and you can kind of like scroll through. So it's very very exciting. We probably need to do these calls more often because I know we go over time. Everybody gets excited.
Let's
It's
do
already
it.
it's 5:43.
Okay, Jamie.
Good.
The other thing you need to mention is, are we getting ready to have a subscription to use Meta? Is that
Meta
something
One.
coming up?
Oh, I don't know.
Hey,
Have you
Meta.
guys heard?
That's
No,
that Meta One that
this
they're
is
trying to push on us.
this is Johnny. They use the subscription for the WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook, I believe.
Hey, Meta.
But not with the glasses.
Take a picture.
They
Yeah.
have some. They
Not
have
yet.
some devices like called Garmin that you have a subscription.
Right.
I know the other things
Hey,
like
Meta.
the help app that you
Send the
have to
last
subscribe.
picture.
But other than that, is the glasses still free?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I hate paying for stuff, man. I really do. You know?
This is Stephanie.
Yes. Stephanie,
I have a question.
Yeah.
Hi, Jamie. So, in my app, I have every time you communicate with your Meta glasses, it saves the chat. So, how do I delete the chat? You know, like I'm asking it to tell me what color this is, and all of those are saved.
I can answer that for you as well, Jamie. Not unless you want to do it. But
no, go ahead, baby.
it takes a little time, but because I had trouble with that, I'm going like I don't want to do one at a time. I want to get rid of all of this, and so you have to go to settings, the app settings in there, which is down on the bottom. Go in there and then go to data and privacy. And then when you go in there, you go to manage your stuff, and you'll see in that window, you'll see at the bottom, remove all chat stuff. And boom, you hit that and you come back out. And when you close the app and open it up, it's gone. I know it's a little bit crazy, but I asked the glasses.
No,
they're the ones that told me how to do it.
It's easier than doing it one by one.
So
this gets rid of the whole thing.
You can get rid of them all by doing. So, Stephanie, the best thing to do is when you've got your phone on with your voiceover, you say to Meta, "Hey, Meta, walk me through step by step how to delete all my chats at one time." Right?
And it'll tell you.
And it will tell you, open up the app, go to app settings, go to chats and privacy. No, it's not private. It's a privacy. Data and privacy. That's it. Data and privacy. And then manage. But
and then you'll see in there on the bottom, remove all chats.
Yep.
You hit that.
I'll hear it. Yeah.
And you hit that. Now it'll still be in there as long as the app is open. But once you close the app and open it, then it's gone.
Right.
Because I had that same trouble.
Yeah, because I have Gen 1s. I've been had mine for a few years. And everything I've asked Meta is in there.
Is in there. Right.
So I don't know.
You'll get rid of it this way.
A lot of space.
Right.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank
This
you.
is Les. I got a question.
I love that Frank is talking to Stephanie. All right, good. Who's next? Who's next?
It's Les.
Les, go ahead. Les is more.
Yeah, I got a quick question. When you send a picture, mine works perfect. Is there any way of putting words to it before it goes out? Or you can't do that?
The alt text, you mean? The alternative text?
No, when I say to it, take a picture,
yeah.
it says who you want to send this to.
Yeah.
And I say, Jim, I'd like to put some words and say, this is the Leaning Tower of Pizza, you know?
Yeah.
But
What
you
I
can't
would
do
do
that.
is I would send the picture and then I would go, hey, Meta, send a message to Jim. And then I would add that as a separate text.
Okay.
Either that, Jamie, or if he sends it from the gallery itself, then he can actually do that.
So you physically go into the app, go to your gallery, and
Go
then
into the app and then pick whatever pictures that he wants to send. And before he hits send, he can actually add that little text at the bottom. And I know this because I did this with all the pictures I took with Aruba and all those other places when I was on the cruise. You got to go into the gallery and manually do it in the gallery.
And you didn't
In
take
the
us on a
Meta AI.
cruise with you?
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You would have enjoyed it. It was 8 whole days. It was wonderful.
See that?
Any other questions while we have these other
Well,
experts on the line?
let me ask you. This is Johnny again. I'm sorry. When do you think that you're gonna be able to send a message to a number that is not in your contacts?
That is a good question.
Yeah.
Hey, Meta, when can I send a message to somebody who's not in my contacts?
Yeah, you can send a message to someone not in your contacts. Just say the phone number out loud after you take the picture. Like, send this to 555-1234. The glasses will pull up the number and you can confirm before it sends. You don't need to save them first. Want me to walk you through it?
Whoa, did you? No, not right now. Thank you.
I did that, but it didn't work.
It didn't work? Okay.
Didn't work. Yeah.
All right.
Anytime
Yeah.
you need help with
I
that,
have a
just
question.
All right.
For demonstrations, how can I get the glasses to be able to be heard for people to hear?
So I have two ways of doing that. What I did today, because you guys were able to hear the responses pretty well, right?
Right.
I had my AirPods in my ears, and I'm using my iPad for the Zoom call. Then I have the glasses on that are connected to my phone, so the sound is going into the AirPods, and that's working pretty well. I've seen other people actually use a manual microphone, like a microphone, just hold it, to the speakers. Yep.
Yeah.
And then other times I've just given my glasses to that person and just said put them on and try them out. And I think there's a way on the homepage. It says demo for a friend, or in that menu item. I have to look and see. I thought there was a way to demonstrate what the glasses could do with a friend.
Oh, yeah, that was, but it seemed like it was more visual stuff, so
and they
you
are
couldn't hear.
they're changing the face from someone with, I thought, low vision, so I can kind of see a little bit of the app. They keep moving stuff around, man. And and they keep changing the name. Like I used to be able to just go to glasses settings. Now it's like Wayfair, blah, 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 blah settings. And sometimes you can pass right by it and not know it because you have to hear it say settings. So the search bar is down at the bottom now, which used to be at the top, and people are like, I'm trying to get to the hamburger menu, and that's gotten moved. So, what is going on?
That sometimes, this is Johnny.
Yeah.
Sometimes it disappears. I don't know. Sometimes apps disappear. I remember they came out like the Maps application, and then it's gone. I cannot find that at all.
Well, no,
I don't know.
and I did ask the glasses that, and that's what they said, that they discontinued the maps because it's now integrated with the Apple Map. So that's why. But if you say navigate, a map pops right up. The map pops right up in the app, and I guess it's Apple Maps now that pops up. So if you say navigate me to somewhere, and it'll say okay, and then boom, it'll say okay, I just sent it to your phone, your maps. and
But but then it depends on the phone because in my case I use an Android. So I will go to Google
who are
Maps.
you?
Everybody makes fun of my phone.
No shame on Android. No, we got
Right.
equal love for Android, maybe. Yeah. So we should probably go to Google Maps then, don't you think?
Well, that's what I thought, but when I use it, I remember when it came out, it said I used to say, "Okay, hey, where am I?" It would say, "Oh,
Mhm.
you're on Charles and Charles, Long Beach Road, blah blah blah," and then now it disappear. It just say you're on Long Beach Road, but it doesn't say the number, the location.
Wow.
Yeah, I used it for a while.
Yeah, that's it's in there though because it's doing it. But again, like I said, I had asked the glasses, "What happened to the maps? I can't find the maps." And then that's when they told me about that. So maybe it's a setting connection,
So
you
maybe
know.
you use one of those other apps that they would tell. What was it, Frank? What was the name of that other app besides the Orion? The one.
Voice Vista
Oh,
or
Voice Vista. Well,
Soundscape.
but it's not a camera, so that's really
Oh, I see.
it's like Blind Square, but except that
I
it's
see.
3D, you know.
All right. I gotcha. I
But that
gotcha.
Voice Vista is great, man. And the Orion is real. I mean, play with that. Like I walked through a building and I said, I'm looking for the elevator. And I said, I only otherwise, if you don't say anything, it'll start describing everything. But if you say to it, I'm looking for just the elevator, just tell me when we get to and I walked down this hall and I didn't know where the elevator was. And finally, boom, it said, "Oh, I see an elevator." And I said,
Which
"Oh."
and this was with the Voice Vista.
That was Orion.
All right. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
can tell it to not to describe all the other stuff and just look for
Yes.
what you want. Yeah, that's good.
Yes. Yeah.
That's very good.
And even in the meta, you just say, "Give me a detailed description." It'll go on and on forever.
I know.
I mean, every little minute, everything.
Yeah.
It sees it all. It's crazy.
It's beautiful, man.
It's
Okay,
seen things that
So
I
Jamie,
can't
how do we
see.
find out about these calls in the future? Anyway, just curious.
I will always send a link to Fran if you guys are in New York, and I try to send it out as early as possible. Yeah, we got to do this more. I know we need to do this more, Fran. I'll try and get maybe like we'll have a certain time and date every couple of months or something. But I will definitely make sure the word gets out to you. Kevin, are you in New York with the others with Fran's group?
He's in New York.
Where are you? How did you find out about it?
I'm in Georgia.
Oh, okay. How did you find out about the meeting?
Oh, it was sent through a group chat that we had. That was in a group chat I was in.
All right, you'll have to tell me who you're chatting with, so I know to make sure that because you're not.
It was sent to my my NLP chapter group chat.
Okay.
It was sent.
All
One
right.
of my chat members sent it.
All right. Well, that's good. To make sure we keep up with it.
Jamie, I suggest once a quarter, Jamie. This is Jessica.
Yeah. Every like the 4 seasons, man. We'll have a fall and a winter and a spring and a summer.
And I will send you, Jamie.
Yeah, and you guys send me your you guys send me your emails and stuff like that. So and Marcus, are you still here? I don't know if Marcus is still, but Marcus is Marcus is my man. He helps me coordinate my Georgia people and my VAs and my GVRAs, and then I got Fran in New York, so that's very, very important. This has been a pretty well received call today. I think we had, I don't know how many we let in. Marianne, are you still here? She may or may not be here.
No, hey, I'm here.
How many people do you think we had today on this call?
Well, I think there was 56 listed, but other people, about 50 something, 55, 56.
Yeah, and then we had several people that were piggybacking. Some people were piggybacking, calling one of the people, like with Marcus or somebody else who had trouble getting on. So I would say we had probably almost 60 folks coming on this call. So that's a great turnout. And I'm just so excited that my New York peeps are hanging out with my Georgia peeps. That's really cool.
This is
just
Johnny.
keep spreading the word because we're finally getting mainstream prices, commercial prices, and in order to keep that going is to have more Blind people involved. This is a wonderful tool. It's just at the beginning.
And Frank, I don't know if you've ever gone out to the island at all, but the Eye to Eye support group that Fran runs and that some of that we ran from a long time, they're a very strong group that they had a lot of technology folks there. That's where Johnny's coming out of. So you guys could, maybe at some point connect with each other too, so you can share and maybe Frank, you can sing and all that good stuff. But it is really
Jamie,
good.
Jamie.
Yeah. Marcus. Oh, you know Frank too, right, Marcus?
Is this Frank Senior?
Yes.
Frank
Who's
Senior.
this now? Yes. And who
You're
is
famous.
this?
Listen, you don't know me. I'm a friend of Joan Lee.
Yes.
I've heard all about you. I've gone on the internet, and those who are
she's a
still
crazy
listening,
fan. You know,
Frank is an exceptional musician. I didn't know that you were a super technician, but
No, I
I
love
have been
technology,
watching
man.
you on the. I've been watching you on the internet. Well, you've been an inspiration.
Well, thank you, man, and I just love technology and the fact that we finally have come to this. That's the exciting part, man.
Listen, you guys. The main thing is this.
Frank, we're gonna have to connect offline.
I was gonna say.
I've been following you. Yeah.
Get my
Marcus,
number from Joan Lee.
I'll get. You guys need to, because Marcus is a musician too. He's being all humble and stuff, but he's a musician too. And you two are two peas in a pod. You'd be talking for hours. Hours, I tell
Well, I'm supposed to get my oboe back tomorrow, so I'll be excited.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
And I will send you, Jamie.
Well,
I will
Jamie,
send you
good
the
looking out.
battery, that I mentioned. I will send you an email with that info, with the two batteries, external chargers.
Please, JamieMarks.biz, JamieMarks.biz, like business, BIZ, at gmail.com. That's it, JamieMarks.biz. Yep, and I've got a YouTube channel. You can say Jamie Lee Marks Realized. You can check out I've got some technology, some daily living, other things. I don't know how much of a recording we got here on this. I'll find out once I get off the Zoom meeting. And like Frank said, yeah, that's okay. Like Frank said, while losing your vision is not always fun, it can be a big inconvenience. If we're going to do it, now is the best time. Because I tell you what, I've been a special ed teacher for about 35 years. And back in the day, I used to tell my kids, I'm sorry, baby, what you need hasn't been invented yet. But I think it's I think it's coming. I think it's coming. I had kids who just needed to have someone turn the page for them, and then no ebooks, And now here we are. We got Bard, we got glasses, we got there's those gliding canes. We got a robotic dog in the works. I mean, there's all sorts of cool stuff coming down the pipe. But I do like the fact that this is something that looks good, because we should be looking good. We got to be looking sexy, and that there's also in a price point that is somewhat reasonable, can be covered by insurance or by Commission for the Blind or by Voc Rehab or some other veteran. I get this all the time from my veterans. Blind Veterans Association will cover them too. And a payment. I mean, hey, $20 a month if you have to. Do whatever it takes.
Look how it blew Orcam and Envision out of the water. I mean, just because we were able to finally go mainstream, commercial prices.
Not only that, this is Johnny. I bought the Orcam when they came out. Very expensive. If I knew that this technology will come out 2 years later, I would buy like a whole collection of Ray-Ban glasses.
Yeah. No, it's good. Listen, when I was 6, 7 years old, I used to tell the people, I want a car that drives. And they probably wanted to put me in the hospital. I'm 73, so that was a while ago. And this, knowing that they have the self-driving car, and that the military is 10, 15 years ahead of us, this is garbage to them. They already have the stuff that's working for us.
I can't wait till they get better with the night vision stuff. Like for some people who have a little bit of vision, but the night vision is just, because that night vision, even for people who are driving, why isn't your windshield a night vision windshield? So that when you're getting to your car and you're driving, and that you're protected by the glare and the oncoming, you can see the deer that the technology is there. We just got to get mainstream.
I love guide dogs. I've had one all my life. I was the first 16-year-old to get one in New York City. And but listen, I can't wait for the Glide to be, or any seeing eye robot